Right, Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Marlai Han. Hope to thank you so much for joining us on another edition of Mary Clinic Live. I would like to first of all say Happy New Month. Welcome to the month of September. Actually, we've entered the Ember month, and I'm super excited that we are all alive, that we are well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I celebrate all Mary Clinic members, all our followers, wherever you are. I celebrate you. Thank you for always following us, always joining us, for your engagement, your participation. We recognize all that you do. So today I felt it's important for me to do this video and to talk about the full story of the woman who lost a baby in the womb, and she also talked about how the husband has been verbally abusing her, telling her she doesn't deserve any gift or anything good just because she lost a baby and she couldn't push the baby. For those who have not read the story is on our Facebook group, online community page. That's where we post regularly all the stories, and when we post like that, people begin to comment to let us know their thoughts. And I've taken our time to read through all the comments, and I felt that it's important for me to do a video on the full story, so that we can help others out there, because I'm sure there will be some women, in our shoes, and to also avert a reoccurrence of such incidents. Because for me, I am not usually happy when I see women, maybe dying in childbirth or losing their babies to childbirth. You know why? Because this is a knowledge dispensation. There is information out there, and you should not be making those costly mistakes if you have done your homework well. So I would like to share with her the full story. And from our explanation, she was pregnant. She carried the baby full term. But when it was time for her to give birth, she went to, maybe those birthing centers, those birthing homes. That is where she went to. Now, don't forget, at the birthing center, they don't have the equipment, the technology to carry out a CS. Now she went to a birthing center because she and her husband believed that, oh, as a woman, one of the proof or evidence that you are a superwoman or you are a superpower woman is your ability to push a baby out, yourself during childbirth, which is not totally bad for you to have such notion or such mindset. However, see, when it comes to conception and delivery, things don't usually happen the way you plan it, especially for the mere fact that this thing is happening internally, inwards. You can't see what is happening there. So you need to depend on a technology that can see or view everything that is happening inside of you, inside that tummy, for you to be able to give birth successfully and with the help of God as well. So she went to this say quack, for that delivery. So apparently, against their wish, she could not push. She pushed, she tried, the baby did not come out, and she tried all day, all day. Apparently, the baby would have been in distress, and you know that such places do not even have anything to put on your tummy to check the heartbeat of the baby. Usually they don't have it. They will just be telling you push, push, mashole, push, push. Hey, young woman, you are joking with your life. You are toying and experimenting with your life, because that life you've got has no duplicate. Once you lose it, tear by you are gone. And your husband, in 6 months after mourning, you will look for a replacement for you quickly. So, and she went there, and when she kept pushing and she saw that, this baby is not coming out. That was when they now saw that, all day pushing, that is hours of pushing, and the baby could not come out. So they referred her, to the nearest general hospital. Now, don't forget that this lady is a first time mom. Apparently, she ought to have done her homework. Now, let me quickly mention that if you are a first time mom or even a mother that is pregnant, see, the kind of people you should be making friends with are the people that are maybe older than you, mothers that are older than you, that have given birth to three, four, five. that know where you can go, the best of the hospitals you can go to get care. Some people were saying in the comment, maybe the hospital is far away, maybe they can't afford a good hospital. Let me tell you something, there is no place that is too far for the preservation of your life and the maintenance of your well-being. There is no place that is too far for the preservation of your life. If it will take you traveling 1 hour, set out on time. Once you start feeling that it's like this baby thing is coming or your water break, set out on time, start going there. It has to be a place with equipment, a place with good technology, and I can tell you, you can get this in some government hospitals. Yes, you do your research, ask them which hospital can I go that I will get good care, that there will be equipment, there will be technology, they have heartbeat to check my baby's heart rate. Ask all these questions. Those mothers that have been ahead of you, they will tell you where to go. Even some of these military hospitals, they are not so expensive. With as cheap as 500 naira, you will get a card. With as low as maybe 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira, they will admit you and you will give back to your child. So don't always assume that for you to get, good antenatal or postnatal care, that you have to go to an expensive hospital. No, there are hospitals out there that are not so expensive and they are good. They have good, well-trained doctors. You should have done your homework and you should have gone there straight from day one. So apparently she went to this quack. By the time they referred her to another hospital, general hospital, and she got there, the baby has drank water. Unfortunately, the baby died in her womb, and this woman was pained, and obviously the husband too was pained. Now, according to her, she went back home. She went back home. She was trying to heal and all of that. The husband, according to her, the husband was caring initially, supported and everything. In 2 weeks, the wound opened up and pus started coming out. She was like, what? So apparently, maybe the government hospital or wherever she went to again did not stitch it well. And that is why I keep saying, do your research, do your findings very well. Ask questions, ask questions. Ask mothers that have gone ahead of you. Mommy, daddy, ẹ in this area that we have moved to, that we are living in, do you know any good hospital that is not so expensive, that I can have good child care? I want to give back. Ask questions. I always tell my husband that, see, my love, if we ask questions, we will not miss our way. He is always saying, oh, you are always fond of saying, let's ask, let's ask. I said yes, because if we ask, our percentage for mistake or for error would have been reduced by 50%, rather than you trying to figure it out on your own. Ask questions. And that is one of the reasons why we set up this marriage clinic, so that we can ask questions, because in this space there are different people represented here with different ages. There are grandmothers here, grandfathers here, there are young people here, there are married people here, all sorts of people here. So by the time you mention your case, you will see someone in your area or that have been through what you have been through, that will say, hey, I have passed through this part before. I think this is what you should do. Now, to now make the matter worse, she had to go back to the hospital again. Don't forget, all these hospitals she's going to, the husband is the one paying for it. When she went to the birth center, you should know it's not free. They paid there. When they referred her to general hospital for CS, you should know the man paid. He paid the money he did not plan for. Now, when the wound opened up again and she had to go back the second time, don't forget, the husband paid again. This lady is not working. According to her, when she got pregnant, she stopped the business she was running, so she sits at home. All her bills, all her expenses is on demand. This man had to pay 3 times, because when the wound opened, the wound opened up, she had to go back again to restitch the CS, making the man pay again. And after all this, as a wife, as a woman, I know you are grieving, but something should have told you that this is the wrongest time. And I mean, this is a bad timing for you to go and meet that man again to ask him for a phone. No, that means you yourself, you are not sensitive. You are not sensitive, because that man has just finished spending so much money, and that man is equally grieving. It's the wrongest of time for you to go and say, my phone. What is phone compared to your happiness your well-being, instead of both of you, to stick to each other, to look for how you can do things together that will make you happy, that will make you heal faster, you are thinking about phone, a non-living thing. And I was like, woman, to be honest with you, I feel like seeing you and flogging you with koboko, because you are the one messing up things, and now you are saying the man is abusing you. You want to pack your things and leave. If you pack your things and leave, that would not solve the problem. The man, is equally grieving. Both of you should meet yourself halfway. The same way you are expecting him to be pampering you and telling you sorry, he is equally looking for a woman, that will understand him, that will also pamper him and tell him sorry and give him the hope that things will get better. And that I would like to also say that, please, as women, because you were saying maybe because there is no money, she could not eat well, she could not do this well. See, I always tell women, see, let me tell you something. Part of what a wise woman should be doing is to be having savings. You should be having a money that you can that you can set aside for yourself. You should have a savings somewhere that money is for you. See, whether your husband shuts down or he says he does not have money for anything, you can go to that savings to pick from there and do anything you want for yourself. That you are pregnant and you are not eating, no, that is not acceptable. You yourself, if he is, maybe he's not around or something, he's not giving you food to eat, please go and take from that money and eat good food in your belly. Take good care of yourself. If your husband is saying, I can't afford that hospital, this or that one, it is your own life. You are the one carrying the baby. You better go and take from that money and say, okay, how much do you have? I will have to eat. Let me go to a good hospital where I know that my life, will not be tampered with. They will not experiment with my life and the life of my baby. Women, learn to also prioritize yourself. Learn to love yourself. Don't give in to anything that will make anyone experiment with your life or make you live at their mercy. That is apparently what happened. So she has lost in so many ways. She lost the baby, she's having to nurse a wound again that opened up, and I'm like, all this mess could have been averted if only from day one you ask the right question. You ask mothers around you, please ma, in this area that we've just moved to, we are new couples, please, where can we find a good hospital? Please, where can we go? Even if it's 1 hour away from here, please tell us. Let me go and make enquiry. You should have done all this homework, all this groundwork. Please don't go to birthing centers that don't have equipment, to monitor what is going on internally inside of your tummy. No. See, if we were to be in a developed country or in the Western world or in the Orient, where technologies are top notch and their government is highly responsible, such birth center will not open shop in the first place. They will not be in existence because government policy, government regulation will not allow such places to be open to women to go and give birth. In developed countries, they value the women, they value the babies in your womb. They will do anything. Even if you don't have money, they will tell you, come and give birth to the baby first, because for them life is priority. No one can create human life, so they take it as gold. And you, as a mother, that you have a human life inside of you, you should prioritize yourself and take yourself to as gold, as egg. Even if that man say, I don't have the money, that is why you too, you must have savings. That's why we keep shouting. Have earnings, no matter how small. As a woman, stop living at the mercy of a man. So like now that the man say, oh, you don't deserve a phone, so you cannot tell yourself, oh, excuse me, fine, I don't even deserve a phone, thank you, I will go get myself one. I don't believe in waiting endlessly on someone before you can do things. No, see, it's only God that you should wait on 100% to say, oh, so long the person is a human being, one way or the other, they will let you down. Whether it's mother, father, brother, sister, wife or husband, one way or the other, at some point they will let you down. And when that happens, it's not the time to fight with them and say, oh, I'm just going to pack my load and go. No, that is the time for you to tell yourself, oh, thank God I'm working, I'm earning. This is the time for me to address this by myself, to get this for myself. So I felt I needed to explain the full story so that we can have the right information. Because I've gone through the comment section and I'm seeing some women attacking some women, and what are you saying? Yes. See, all these women supporting women thing, it's a good thing, but at the same time, I love to tell, I love us to tell ourselves the truth, because it is when you know the truth that you will be liberated, that you will not go out there to the street or to town to repeat the same mistake, because we don't want this to happen again. And that's why I told myself since yesterday I've been wanting to do this video, but somehow I've been preoccupied with so many things. But I said, now that I'm free, let me quickly do this video. Let our women know that, please, ask questions, ask the women that have gone ahead of you, where can you go, which hospitals can you go, island maternity is there. For those outside Lagos, ask, there are good hospital island, there are federal medical centers, FMC and this in different states. Please ask, go there, no matter how far it is. Pack your things on time and go there, so that we don't lose our children, we don't lose babies, we don't lose our own life to this thing called marriage. Please, we are begging you. And you don't have to fight with your husband over a phone, non-living things. I always tell myself that anything that is not living thing, I refuse to fight over it. God forbid. Anything that is not living thing, that does not have a mouth to talk, it cannot control my emotion, it cannot destroy my marriage. No, anything that is non living thing, I've told God, give me the resources to get it on my own. So long as a non living thing, I will not, all this phone causing fight, oh, is rubbish. No, it's not the best. Please focus on the living things in your marriage. All the non-living things, don't let it cause issues, because those things, they are just things. They are not living things. They will soon pack up. They will soon, they will expire very soon. Another new model will come. Another, latest model of phone will come out. So why would you allow that to destroy your marriage? you know uh, Such an important thing as marriage. So please, women, wake up. Please and please and please, I'm begging us, don't let this happen again. Don't let it. And when you see a woman doing something bad or something wrong, please, let's tell them the truth. Don't say because, oh, she's a woman, we should paint the truth with a little bit red, a little bit black. Don't let us do that. We empathize with her. We know that she's going through pain, but we need to also let her know that, see, what you have done is not the best, it's nonsense. Don't go and repeat such again. And if you know friends too that are in similar situation, please enlighten them, so that this mistake will not keep going on. And if she were to be in a developed country, I'm so sure that baby would not have died, because even the smallest of their hospitals have equipment, have technology. They will tie it to your tummy, they are seeing the baby. And whether the baby is somersaulting, is upside down, or breech here, they are seeing everything. The heartbeat, they are monitor as it's coming down. They are saying, oh yeah, wheel her to the theatre. They don't joke with human life. So you yourself, don't go to where they will toy with your life. You have this just one life. Value it, cherish it. And our husbands, let me speak to the men. See, I know you have spent money. I know these expenses is unplanned for, but please, you don't have to now be verbally abusive around about it. Learn to endure. Learn to take these women as maybe your own baby, your own child that you need to care for, you need to nurture. Yeah, if her demands are too much, or she's too demanding, or her demands are excessive, see, you will explain to her in simple English or in simple language that she can understand, that, my dear, shey you know that I've just finished incurring expenses at the birth center, at the CS hospital. You know, all this money, I did not plan for it. You will gently, explain to her that, please, I'm appealing to you for now. Let me rest. Let me take a break. Once I have, I will do. Now, when you explain it to your woman like that, she will understand. But when you make everything look like, oh, you don't deserve anything good, you will verbally abuse them. It's not good. Those kind of things erode love in marriage. I would like to stop here now. I hope I've said a lot. Please and please and please, I'm begging us, both men and women, this marriage thing can be very easy. If we understand how to present things, how to present matter, if we are sensitive to each other, There are some things you don't discuss yet with your husband or with your wife, because you need to study their mood. You need to understand what they have been passing through. That is not the right time to now come and be making demand. No, you need to let that man rest. Let fresh air breathe on him. The same thing with the woman that has just gone through CS. You don't expect such a woman to get home and start doing chores. I've told her, stay away from chores. Stay away from chores. That is the time you need to rest. You need to allow that wound to heal. Don't go in there and be saying I'm a superwoman, so immediately you want to start washing clothes. You will go back to theatre. Oh, please, you have only one life. So I felt, let's do this to enlighten people. Please, please, and please, it is when you are alive that you can do marriage. When you are not alive or when you are not well, you cannot do this marriage. Please and please and please, let's take good care of ourselves as women. Let's have savings. Let's have something we are doing to end, so that when the men say, I don't have money to buy you a phone, you say, oh, thank you so much, my dear. I will go get myself one. I don't have money to buy you this. Thank you so much, my dear. I believe that God is my father, even though you are my husband. God Almighty is my father, yes, and I know He will provide it for me. I can't lack anything. Exactly what I say, and with time, He will come and back and say, okay, okay, don't worry, I'll get it for you next month, or I will even get it for myself. So let's make love, let's make love predominant rather than fight, argument. Avoid anything that can cause fight, especially when the thing is about non-living things. Please avoid it. It's not necessary. Those things will always come. You will have it in abundance. It's just a matter of time. I remain your host, Malai, and Obuti. I hope I've said a lot. Till we meet again.